Yesterday, I made a mistake that I will never make again in my entire life. So, bit of backstory. My husband and I bought the Tractive XL for Vigo. You can see he's wearing it here, that green thing. And the reason why I chose this model is because it has an excellent battery life. The battery, I think, is probably the biggest reason why it is so big. It's for dogs 40 pounds and up. Vigo's meant to be 45 pounds, so he should grow into it, but I admit it is a little bit big right now. I've received what feels like a lot of criticism for my choice of picking this tracker. My husband has said it's too big. Every time someone brings it up, he rolls his eyes at it, and I know he's probably watching this, and you can't tell me that it's not true, because it is true. And the other day someone was visiting my house, and this person has asked me twice what that is. And on 2 separate occasions I've explained it, but it feels like when they ask the question, they're like, what is that? So the most recent time I told this person, oh, you know, if he ever were to get lost, it has a GPS tracking, so we'd be able to find him. And this person was like, he's not gonna get lost, he's not gonna run away. They acted like I was being overprotective. Fast forward to yesterday. We're at my sister-in-law's house, and the way that her yard is set up right now is there's her house, her neighbor's house, a gap in between, and then each side of the house leads out onto the street, and the gap in between also leads out to the street. We've lent them our X-Pen to put in between the 2 houses, but there's still access to the street from the side of their house and the neighbor's house. So we're all outside. He goes there. I had him on his leash. I actually bought a 50-foot leash so that he could have freedom, but I'd still have control of him, just in case something ever happened. And I was convinced that he's not gonna run away. Nothing's gonna happen. Get him off the leash. He's fine. So like an idiot, I took him off the leash. And he was fine for a while, but then he got the zoomies with his cousin. What did he do? He ran straight down the side of the house as if he was going to the street. Let me tell you, I panicked. I was like, holy moly, what the fuck? I sprinted to get him. Luckily, his recall is pretty good. I was able to get his attention and then run in the opposite direction for him to chase me. This is a game we play a lot, chase, and that was fine. I put him back on his leash thinking, okay, I'm not gonna make that mistake again. Fast forward 15 minutes, and again, I was convinced to take him off the leash. So I took him off the leash again because everyone that I was with was like, he's fine, it's not gonna happen again, everything's fine. And it happened a second time. And after that, I was like, there's no chance I'm letting my dog off of his leash until they have secured their yard. And this is no one's fault but my own. I think I felt pressured because everyone around me was like, oh, he's not gonna run away, it's fine, it's fine. But I told my husband, I said, you see what just happened? If he had seen a cat in the street and run after the cat, or God knows what, at least we would have the GPS tracker to be able to find him. I think in 2 ways, I felt like I was being judged for being an overprotective mom for having the tracker and for using a leash when we were outside. I look back at it and it's so, we're lucky that nothing happened. Like honestly, he didn't get far, nothing bad happened, but something could have happened. And it's like, is it worth it to me to feel like I'm getting the approval of the people that I'm with and then risk something happening to Vigo? Absolutely not. I'm taking this lesson as just trying to stand firmer in my convictions that I'm doing what's best for my dog. Because the truth is, no one knows your dog better than you do. And I know that Vigo he's about to turn 7 months. He's still a puppy. He still has like wild energy. I don't trust him to not chase things in the street. He hasn't earned that right yet. And so letting him off leash, even in a yard that wasn't secured, I look back and I'm just like, I can't believe that I allowed myself to be convinced. But when everyone's telling you, oh, it's fine, you listen to them, right? All this to say, if you are in this boat where you're feeling like people think you're overprotective, it's better to feel slightly uncomfortable that people think that you're overprotective versus something potentially happening to your dog. At the end of the day, I am responsible for his safety. I'm responsible for his well-being. So whatever anyone else thinks or says, like, I need to just stick with what I think is best and what is sensible. Like I look back and it is sensible for me to have said he should stay on his 50-foot long leash to have freedom and run around while us being able to keep him safe. It makes me think a lot about being a parent as well. Like this is how parents must feel with in-laws and with friends, and it's good practice of standing by what you believe in. I'm sharing this because it was really scary and I won't be making that mistake again.